Greetings, it's Vaygrim. Welcome to a solo episode of Agrarian Skies. It looks like Purple Mentat stepped on and took down the mob farm finally. I think he's going to refine it or something. I'm not sure. We're already running low on zombie flesh, though. But we'll see. I have been working on the Botania stuff, learning things. I've been trying to make more use of the various different methods of mana generation. I've been trying to use these endo flames quite a bit. I have a supply of charcoal in there, and when the charcoal runs out, then I'm actually going to switch over to coal blocks. I think that's going to be the long-term choice. Apparently they yield more mana for longer. But there is something that I would like to build long-term. And that is a water construction that I've seen actually a lot of other experienced players build that uses these things. A floating hydrangea. Now, I have normal hydrangeas. How do I get them to this state? This was the question I had. Basically, what we have to do is we have to cross that hydrangea with something else called a floating flower. The problem is, if you look at the floating flowers, let's go back to... No. Miscellaneous glimmering flowers, okay? You have to combine a whole flower with glowstone. Here's where I immediately ran across the problem. I can't get whole flowers. Not normally. Because they grow. And normally you would just left click to break them and pick them up. In this, we have to sift for our seeds and get most of our flowers, or most of our petals, from AGRARIan versions of Botania flowers. Over here, and I cannot get these whole flower versions. These only yield petals, see? So, here's what I had to learn. First of all, you're going to have to make sure that you have some grass to work on. Let us... Whoopsie. Munch a little bit. Let me go put these mystical orange petals. Wait a minute. Yeah, orange. It's there somewhere. Okay, I'm going to put that in waiting. So, okay, first things first, what you actually have to do is you have to get a petal. Doesn't matter what color. I have a lot of yellow. Ooh, black. I have a whole bunch of black. Just going to get some of those. Next, you need to combine them with this thing called a mortar and pestle. Stick, piece of wood, and a bowl. Now, in Agrarian Skies 2, this is slabs, not wood. I kind of hated it initially. I'm used to it now. You combine this with this, and it gives you floral black powder. Now, this is a couple of things. It is a light source. I think you can actually right-click it on the ground, and it'll make a little sparkle, and it'll act as a light source. You can right-click on wool with it, and it will change the color of the wool to that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some of this. Combine this with bone meal, and you get floral fertilizer. This is where the fun begins. I don't know if I'm supposed to use my shears, but I'm going to use them anyway. Just in case. We've been making a lot of progress, but we have had a little bit of a break recently. Everybody's been so busy with the ForgeCraft 2 reset and other personal life details. Oh, I didn't see that one. I'm just going to step over here. See, I've got one that I've already grown. What you do is if you have some grass blocks, are you going to be a problem? No, you're not. These things want me dead, so I had to kill some spare cows to get in here. Right click. You see? Pick up your whole flowers. Now, it doesn't grow a lot. And I don't even think I need the shears for this, but whatever. Just gonna grab these. It honestly does not matter what color flower you're getting. They'll all be useful in their own way. Let's reblock that in case we get any cows that spawn in the middle pasture. We're going to go back over to the Botania area. I'd like to get my little 1 square block, or maybe a couple of squares block of grass, and then put a half slab, 1 block over it to, 1 block air gap, so I could use that to grow stuff, but I wouldn't have to worry about things spawning. So now, you're going to need something else, and this is something else I used bone meal for on that same grass. You bone meal grass, and you actually get normal grass, and then use some shears. I use mana shears, but it doesn't matter. You get some shears. When you throw grass, when you throw grass into your mana supply, you'll see this little thing right here in the middle. Grass, check mark, pasture seed. There we go. So we get these things called pasture seeds. I already have some of these. Then I'm going to put that back. We're going to get our supply of dirt. So here's how this works, right? You get a normal flower. Let's do black, my favorite color. Put a couple of glowstone next to it, and you get a glimmering flower. This is a light source, but that's not where we're stopping. Dirt, pasture seed, you get a floating flower. So now I have a floating, glimmering flower, right? Different colors. What I can do is come over here, get my hydrangea. Actually, I think I can do it over there. Get this. Put this in there. What we're doing is we're transposing the hydrangea in place of the black flower. Now we have a floating hydrangea. Which means if we want to, we can get this whole thing and extend it out and make it a big water generation system. I am all for this. So, I can get the rest of... I only have a couple more hydrangeas over here in the corners. And what I can actually do, get these floating pink. I now have 3 more floating hydrangeas. Now, what I'm actually going to do, get 1 piece there. That is going to be a problem. So what I'm going to do instead is get 1 of those, shift right click, aha, and I am going to, let's see, I have somewhere around here, I don't need that, technically don't need that, let's bust out the Matic. Oh, that's right, I need a couple more of these things, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's dig that up. I have made sure that I have a lower level, a support layer. You see this? This is the floor. This is the support layer that I have below this entire structure. And I'm very happy I've done that now. So now what I have to do, I'm going to put the dirt up. I've got a bucket of water. Collect that one. And then let's get all of this. We're just going to clear it out edge to edge. Yes, okay. Come over here. Fill that up again. And I'm just going to do this. Until I can even this out. Probably a better way to do this. I don't know of it right now. This is what I'm doing. I want to even this out so it's not making this nasty flowing water noise. Oh, is that it? Yes. That is it. Silence is golden. Now what I can actually do, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to look that block and place one there. I could stand on that. That's weird. Let's put one there. Let's put one there. And let's put one there. We now can get a higher concentration of water. We can get a higher density of these things. I'm not sure if it's drinking the actual... I hear a slurping sound. Okay, so we now have constant passive water gen. This is not daytime dependent like the day blooms up there. It's not nighttime dependent like the nightshades. It's not fuel dependent. The only thing this needs is water source blocks. And because of how this works, if it drinks that corner, this and this should replenish it. If it drinks this block, this and this should replenish it, so on and so forth. So basically, I think we're good. I think this is what we need. Now what I'm going to have to do is get this and move it over a little bit, probably over to here, right about the middle. I'll still aim it at that pool, but then I'm going to start making some more hydrangeas, and I think it's going to be really, really useful. So it might take a little bit of crafting, a little bit of AFK, but I think my teammates are going to be very happy that I'm making progress. Now what I actually have to do I can do it here. I'm going to make a whole bunch more glimmering flowers. And that's pasture seeds. That is all the flowers. Flowers. I'm going to get this, put it back here. I still need the dirt, which means... Oh, we have extra dirt. I don't need that anymore. Oh, actually, you know what? I still have tons of pasture seeds. So let's go over here. Pasture seeds. It's floating red. That's yellow. That's yellow. That's orange. And colors, like I said, are completely irrelevant here. So now I can put my dirt back. I can put my mortar and pestle, my pasture seed back. I probably don't even need the... Actually, I do need that for now. I'm going to keep those. I'm going to keep this. And we have a stock supply. I'm actually just going to make a column of these things over here of floating plants. This means now what we can do is slowly start turning these over to hydrangeas as I make more. And that's what I'm going to do here in a little bit. I went for pumpkins. These are 10-10-10 pumpkins. And they yield an absurd amount of seeds. I went for pumpkins to get a big stockpile of seeds that I can throw in. I've got grass to turn into pasture seeds. I have pumpkin seeds to throw in here when I need to. So eventually what I want to do is I want to make layers to this platform. I'll move the mana spreader over here, so it'll catch a wide range of things. Then I'll make a lower level that will be the same thing: water, floating hydrangeas, and mana spreaders. And we'll just repeat that down onto infinity. We can have all of the mana spreaders fire up through a hole in the floor, just like this one does, except it's going to be firing upwards. They will fire up and pass the mana from mana spreader to mana spreader until it hits this top one, which then will hit here. That is my goal. That's my project for right now, to keep a constant supply of mana through hydrangeas. Now, why do I want to do this? Well, the benefit of this is the fact that I've been chopping wood with this axe and it's taking no damage because I have this. Those of you that don't know anything about Botania, the tools do not take damage as long as you have a filled mana tablet. So, mana tablet, make more mana steel, and basically make tools that we don't have to worry about repairing anymore. That's job one for me. Then we can move on to armor. Then we can move on to other projects. If we move on to armor and everybody having a mana tablet and a place to refill, that means that I don't have to worry about repairing the armor, and it also means we're much better protected going into the Nether. So, I am going to part ways here. I know this is a bit of a short episode, but I am making progress here in this world. I'm still figuring things out, but I'm stumbling through it. Hope to see you next week on the next episode of Agrarian Skies. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.